What is good, everybody? Welcome back. And we are on the road against the Detroit Pistons. Let's see if we can get another win as we're on to our winning ways. Let's get into it.
Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, this is Ernie Johnson, 2K Sports. Shaquille O'Neal is with me. Thank you all for being here. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Pistons in Detroit. Well, for Detroit, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. Hey, Shaq, when the Pistons hired Stan Van Gundy as the head coach, they also made him president. I mean, he's calling the shots there. What do you think?
Well, he's a, controlling type of guy, fits him very well. You have to put him in a select category now. There's only very few coaches that have complete control over basketball and decision. The other two are Popovich and Doc Rivers.
It is almost game time here on 2K Sports. Time to turn it over to Kevin Harlan and company. Kevin.
Suburban Detroit, we proudly bring you the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. So for the Mavericks, their last game, a win against the Knicks in New York.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried it.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
Oh.
Let go Mogs Blue Heart.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Dirk and Chandler up front. Carter is out there with Udrich, and it's Parsons in at the 3 spot, and he gets it to go. Well, Dirk Nowitzki may be the best mid-range jump shooter in the league, and he's been that way for a long time. A shot that's falling out of favor, but Clark, for him, it's a go-to weapon.
Yeah, he's able to back down defenders and then hit that nice turnaround. Most of the time, he's much taller than whoever's guarding him, so there's really not much you can do to impede that shot.
Here's Udrich. After the made shot from Andre Drummond. Chandler down low. Defended by Drummond. And that one's good.
Nice touch near the hoop.
Mavericks on D. Jennings drives in. And he gets it to go. Jennings just got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Stan Van Gundy.
He told me that they'll have their work cut out for them, looking to score inside with the elite shot blocker and defender Tyson Chandler patrolling the paint. He said he was the defensive player of the year for a reason. He's got length, mobility, toughness, and the want to. He brings effort and communication defensively, and you can't forget about him at the other end either. An improved shooter, and he can definitely finish. Kevin, a ton of respect for what Chandler brings to the table.
And thank you, Doris. Jennings with the bucket.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
And it's Carter penetrating, and it's sent back by Drummond. Here's the screen, and Singer gets to Jennings. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded by Udrich. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Drummond, and he drops him a layup off the ball. Drummond's got his second bucket tonight.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Udrich, the pass to Parsons. He dishes it to Chandler. Here's Here's Caldwell Pope. The shot's good. Jennings taking the point.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, the Detroit Pistons, a proud franchise, of course, from 03 to 08, 6 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups, Kevin, its speed bumps, if you will. Some questionable free agent signing.
Foul?
There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
And stolen by Udrich. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
Oh my gosh.
Parsons' shot is off.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger. Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly. Then you look at the Pistons, some great size and athleticism inside, but they've lacked a high percentage outside shooting to space the floor offensively.
Well, most coaches will tell you, you need scoring in the paint to be successful. Here are some big men around the league that have been providing plenty of that over the last month. Dirk Nowitzki, number 1.
You know, he's such a polished offensive player in the low post. Even when the defense collapses on him and he's got guys all around him, he finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
You said a mouthful right there, Steve. Even with multiple defenders on him, he can make tough shots. He's an effective scorer that way. He operates as well in traffic as you can expect from a big man. And you know, for the Pistons last season, you look at the size and shot blocking ability, and you thought that team would be tougher defensively. That wasn't really the case. I think it has to be attributed to mindset. Those young, big, athletic guys have to become much tougher mentally at the defensive end to be really successful.
Now here's Drummond. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. So you talk about players who can dominate the game physically.
Yeah, ball don't lie.
Andre Drummond is certainly on the short list there.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. From day one in the NBA, he's been an elite rebounder and shot blocker and dunker. Very strong and mobile. Plays above the rim. He just has to continue to develop his footwork and his understanding of the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Smith comes in for Uredka. Ron Butler subbed in for Single.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Detroit with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Jennings with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
When you talk about Drummond, I mean, he was 3rd in the league in dunks last season. He can outquick and outrun most big. He beats them to the rim, or he can overpower them and throw it down over the top, so he can come at you in multiple ways.
Here's Jennings after the Mavericks pick up 3. From 11 feet away, Cole shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Jennings has got 8.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Nelson dishes to Aminu. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Drummond top 2 in percentage last season. Despite that, his shooting touch is definitely a work in progress. In fact, you look at his free throw percentage.
Go ahead, shoot it.
His career around
Oncoming fist saluting face.
Give me that.
Outside Jennings. This one for 3. Here's Drummond into Smith. Here's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now, how exciting is it, guys, to see him go hard to the basket like that? I love it.
It's always fun to see, and it's one of the sights you can count on when he's out there, for sure.
Yeah, but you've got to try to do more to slow him down. You can't play him so soft near the hoop.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Like it's 6, and Udrich gets to Aminu. No good on the triple. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the block to their advantage.
Jennings drives in. It's rebounded by Dallas. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
They picked this team apart. A couple of times they squared off with them last year. On paper, they weren't evenly matched, and on the court, they weren't either.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass
Thank you.
or with penetration.
And here's the fast break. Udrich leading the way.
That
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Yeah, it's one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity. That's even better.
In the corner, Smith with it. The dish to Jennings. Elbow shot. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Pistons lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Next Monday night, December 22nd, Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Live from AT&T Center. Be there.
Welcome back, folks.
Beaming face with smiling eyes. Yes, we can do it. We were 9 points behind, clapping hands.
Pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition. That's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lanes.
The Pistons leading. Clark, you know, this looked back at times, and they didn't finish where they wanted to, but the Mavs did sneak into the postseason last year with a very strong push.
And they took the Spurs to 7 games in that first round. A tough schedule for them at the end of the season, but they fought through it and got back to the playoffs. Very impressive.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Jake Crowder out there with the Minu. And it's Jameer Nelson. And there's Carter. And it's Wright in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Aminu after the basket by Detroit.
And for the Mavs, they did get to the postseason. They gave San Antonio everything they could handle, taking them the distance to 7 games.
Now here's Bynum. Feeds to Meeks. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Martin. Second chance effort. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And with a quick chance here, let's take a look now at some of the numbers for Jody Meeks. He's averaging 6 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers might not reflect it, but the effort's really been there for him. He's going to get rewarded soon enough if he keeps getting after it like he has been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Steve. He's been unlucky not to have filled up the stat sheet more because his play has really been solid.
Well, you knew if the Mavs got to the playoffs, they'd be tough, even as an 8 seed. There's just so much playoff experience on that team that it took a very good Spurs team playing at a high level to get by the Mavericks in that first round.
Jody Meeks, a 6'4" shooting specialist. A starter last season with the Lakers. You know, he had his best year of his career. Very effective in what became a larger role for him offensively with LA.
And Meeks with his best season last year, but still probably best suited to a reserve role.
Yeah, I think that's the case. He can shoot it. He competes at the defensive end. He's smart. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's not going to give you rebounding and playmaking, but what he gives you is pretty good.
And the Mavericks for some changes. Chandler comes in for Brandon Wright. And it's Nowitzki in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And so Meeks nails both of them.
Now that's the lineup I'm talking about.
Consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Dirk Nowitzki has a game that certainly should age well. He said standing in the corner shooting a free ball will never be a problem. It's the preparation you have to do every summer. Once I get tired of that, it'll be over quick. You've got to put in a lot of work at this age to still perform at a high level. A pretty honest assessment, guys.
A great work ethic, Doris, and he holds himself to that standard all the time. Thanks. That gives them the lead. Nowitzki's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs. And now we'll get a perspective here.
Yeah, this is my mother's team, too.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, I've noticed also that the quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Here's Martin after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
I'll tell you what, for what's really a An elementary shot. He looked a little nervous on that release.
Nelson kicks to front. There's the three. Good. And a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 5 assists in the game.
They're hovering around 50% of the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Now here's Bynum. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Meeks. Hits the jumper in space. Dallas leading by 3. Nelson, the pass to Nowitzki. A fadeaway, and it's Dallas with another.
You know, that's one way he can finish.
By dirt.
Not the only way.
No,
He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
Well, Dallas coach Rick Carlisle has demonstrated his versatility throughout his coaching stops in Detroit, Indiana, and Dallas. Not really a system coach. He adapts to the talent that he has on each individual team and goes accordingly.
Yes, eat grinning face with sweat when they were in 28 games losing streaks.
Chandler's got the lead back up to 5 now for the Mavs.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
The Pistons have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. On him against Nelson. Here's Meeks. Caught. Nelson outside. It's tipped. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time. Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Andre Drummond's checked in for Butler comes in for Josh Smith.
All right, ref, give me the ball.
Checked in for Martin. And it's Jennings in for Will Bynum. The Mavericks also with a sub. Udrich is checked back in. Now here's Chandler. Off target with the jump hook. Nelson against Jennings. Into Drummond. Shot misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Nelson outside. Udrich for 3. Good. And a nice assist from Nelson. Udrich has got 8 points.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Now here's Jennings. 8 points for him.
Sir, really? Mind your own business.
And 2 shots coming up.
Andre Drummond, still just 21 years of age, the first one-and-done player in UConn's storied basketball history. And the Pistons staff say he's a sponge. Whether it's breaking down video with assistants or honing his skills, he is really a hard worker.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
Well, not the best statistic for him. I mean, his performance at the line, of course, very low numbers.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Detroit. The Mavericks also with the sub. Chandler Parsons, he's checked
He'll miss this one too.
So he comes up empty at the line. And Drummond came in as the youngest player in the league, Clark. Certainly a pretty raw skill.
Yeah, but you can see the potential. And the biggest thing there, Kevin, is that he had a willingness to work. He came in early his rookie year to train, and last season he leaned on the new rookies to do the same thing, showing some leadership.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Well, they were in foul trouble throughout that game, guys, and made things awfully hard on themselves as a result.
Yeah, it forced them to go much deeper into their rotation than they would have liked to, and that's always tough.
Brandon Wright's checked in for the Mavericks. Now here's Jennings, averaging 18 points a game. He kicks to single. Left side, Jennings. And he gets it to go. Jennings has got 10 points. 1:36 left to play here in the second quarter. Nelson outside. The feed to Wright. The basket good off the assist from Nelson.
I run to 1-4.
I I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Now here's Jennings. 10 points for him.
Delilah.
Mavericks with the rebound. Parsons got his third rebound on the night.
Well, I got two guys sitting.
And Udrich kicks to Crowder and Storm.
No, nobody stays in the game for that.
It's Jennings with the drive. Good D by Nelson.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Udrich.
Roll.
And now it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
The drive by Jennings. That's good. Now, here's Nelson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Knocks it loose. And Parsons kicks to right. The pass to Crowder. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wright, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Wright's got 4 points this quarter.
The defend is so good, smiling face with smiling eyes.
The end of the first half of play. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 12. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Josh, what do you need to do in the second half as a team to come away with this win tonight?
First 5 minutes is going to be big for us. We got to go out with the same intensity and energy that we did in the second quarter. We got to withstand it for 2 more quarters and hopefully come out with a win.
Josh, thanks for the time. Good luck in the second half. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Nice game. Great performance by Brandon Jennings.
Well, when he gets to the rim, I mean, you know he's going to score. That's just the way it is. And he's been getting there a lot so far.
How many points did... Oh, he's only got 8.
And Steve, he's been operating at extremely close range, and D has to do a much better job of protecting the basket the rest of the way.
So it's Detroit now, down by 12. Jennings out there with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Kyle Singler. Then moves on to Drummond, and it's Uredko in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella's all about power and force.
Contavious Caldwell-Pope, KCP, drafted 8th overall last season by the Pistons. So Steve drafting for me.
Yeah, Caldwell-Pope coming out of Georgia. He's got that 3-point range. Really promising defender, too, at that 2-guard spot.
Here's Udrich after the basket by Detroit. Parsons for three. Brandon Jennings with the rebound. Unhindered, going all the way.
Nice fast break from start to finish, guys. Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off. Perfect.
Singler, former second-round pick out of Duke, played his first professional season overseas in Spain. And Stevie's played consistent minutes for the Pistons to begin his NBA career.
Yeah, really a nice move on his part to get that development abroad because he came back a better player, and he's quickly become a solid contributor at the NBA level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Wright. Nowitzki comes in for Al Farouk Amini. And it's Carter in for Nelson.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
Here's Nowitzki. Count it from 12. Nowitzki's got 10.
And Singler is one of those value-utility or Velcro guys, I like to call him. He kind of holds things together because of his excellent feel for the game. He's got a pretty decent touch from outside. You love his size on the wing. He's not a bad defender at 6'8" either, so I like what he gives you.
Carter drives in. Dishes it to Udrih. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Singler's not a big-time athlete, but he plays hard and uses his length well defensively.
What is this?
A long and productive NBA career.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, this offseason, the Pistons bringing in Stan Van Gundy in a dual role as head coach and president of basketball operations. Stan said in a lot of places there's not a connection between the front office and coaching. This setup creates a very unified organization. There are no excuses now. It's on us to get it done. We'll see if they can, gentlemen.
Well, thanks, Doris. Van Gundy builds his roster, then coaches it. We've seen that model succeed with the Spurs and the Clippers. Now here is Singler, averaging 8 points a game. Aldwell Pope wishes to Singler. Jennings for three. There's the bucket court. Jennings has got 5 points in the quarter.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere. I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those right.
Whatever.
There's the screen. Singler passes to Ureco. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, the Mavs took some heat when they opted not to try to defend their 2011 championship with the same players, opting for cap room instead. And, you know, they've swung and missed on some big names, but they've put together a really deep club with some very smart signings.
Here's Jennings after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Cut the bucket. Aldwell Pope's got 5 points.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Brandon Jennings so quick, a left-handed speed demon. You know, as quick as he is off the bounce, he's not as good of a finisher inside as you might expect. I think sometimes he makes those shots a little more difficult than they need to be.
Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. The Mavericks, number 1.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing that has led to wide-open, long-range shots. That's why we see the great numbers from the three-point line.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter.
And for Jennings, it's not just finishing at the rim. His percentages from mid-range and in between have room for growth, too. He's tried to develop a floater, but working on those 1 or 2 dribble pull-ups should also be an area of focus for him.
So it's the Pistons now after the Mavericks pick up 3. Back to Drummond. Chandler with the block. Carter outside. Passes it to Udrih. Fires it up. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 4 assists now tonight. We were talking about Jennings finishing inside. So much of that is a mastery of angles. Steve, I know you're really mesmerized by the whole study of angles and the way players attack certain defenses, finding that space where the shot blocker can't get to.
Yeah, geometry, Kevin. It's fascinating. And, you know, you could benefit from watching a guy like Tony Parker. He's the master at beating the big man to the backboard by putting that shot up quickly to use the rim to protect his shot.
Carter drives in. 4 on the shot clock. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, I don't think you're going to miss too many like those.
Pistons trail by 14. Pass to Caldwell Pope to stop the run. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. The shot's good from Jerebko. Jerebko's got his second bucket of the night.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Here's Udrich. He's got 18. Parsons attacking. Carter outside. Over to the wing. Here's Nowitzki. And it's Dallas with another.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Pistons have gone 6-14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Pistons struggled last year at home, and there were a number of factors that you could point to, but one of them was they weren't able to stretch the floor because they lacked perimeter shooting.
For the Pistons, Josh Smith, who's checked in for Jerebko. Butler comes in for Singler.
There, get some rest.
In for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. White, he's checked in for Dallas. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Jennings. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Udrich. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Pistons really did struggle shooting the ball from deep at home. Only 17 home wins for them because they just couldn't stretch teams out.
It's one thing if you don't make a lot of threes because you don't take them. But for the Detroit Pistons, they took a fair amount and still couldn't hit.
Well, that equates to poor shooting, basically. I mean, the volume is there.
They just want me to miss.
So now they want to win more than 17 games at home this year. They've got to make more threes. It's as simple as that.
Really?
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Carter drives in, and the shot is good. Carter's got 9.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Drummond, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Martin's checked in for Josh Smith. And then for Dallas, Jay Crowder comes in for Chandler. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Carter. 1:11 left in the third. Pass to Wright. The shot is off. The Pistons go the other way with it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break.
Looking now at some numbers for Brandon Jennings. His last month of basketball was really solid. 18th in assists. And he's been quite an offensive threat, averaging enough points.
Brendan Wright got fouled on the other end. Y'all didn't call that.
Steve, you mentioned his assist. I mean, they've been coming regularly, fast and furious. And what you like about him is his court vision. It's superb.
And both free throws good for Martin.
It's interesting that the Mavs almost exclusively build through free agency. They make draft picks, but they always seem to have a hand in free agency come July.
Pistons trail by 11. Here's Meeks. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Well, Clark, you look back at some of the big names they were rumored to be in up. Darren Williams and Dwight Howard, those 2 names come to mind.
And they missed out on them, but they've always been very good about remaining flexible when they need to be with the salary cap.
Looking at the game for Meeks.
10 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Connection on that play.
And it's Drummond missing.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
2 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Martin with the ball. Back to Drummond. Kicks it to Jennings. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And how did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And here's Nelson. Udrich for 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall.
I see like foul call and now one.
Through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Mavericks lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Coming up next Sunday night, December 21st, Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the real.
I think it a foul.
These refs call what they want to call.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm.
Brandon Wright.
This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between 2 teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
Dallas leading by 8.
Yeah, they got pushing me out of bounds.
On the court for the Mavericks. They've got Al-Farouq Aminu, Chandler Parsons out there with Brandon Wright.
Let's get the win and don't give away the lead.
By Wright.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Detroit's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. In the corner, it's Martin. No good from outside.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Now, here's Aminu. Nelson outside. He feeds it to Udrich. Just 5 to shoot. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Udrich has got 22 points.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Drummond the screen. And Jerebko has it in the corner. It's back to Jennings. On the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Wright's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Aminu. Lays it up and banks it in.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Aminu. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Nelson kicks to Udrich. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Jennings.
Come on, man.
2 free throws for the contact right there.
What a performance from Jennings here. He has 20 points and some good assists, too. 4 of them.
Boy, he's been so good both offensively and defensively, Clark. I'm not sure which way he's been better.
I don't think he's missed a beat at either end.
Brandon Jennings acquired in a sign and trade by the Pistons last season on a 3-year, $24 million contract.
Well, Jennings probably expecting more in terms of the deal. But look, maybe it was a wake-up call for him. I mean, it's not been part of a winning team yet. And generally speaking, stats alone don't get you max contracts. Stats and wins are what do that, and that's what's next for Jennings.
Chandler kicks to Nowitzki. Fades and shoots, and he gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. He's been great today, just as hot as he was last time out.
And for Jennings, a quick, explosive athlete at the point. But you talk about how can he improve. He has the physical attributes to become a lockdown defender, but his focus at that end comes and goes. He's got to be more consistent in his focus at that end.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get a stop, and get on the move our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And the other aspect for Jennings, a streaky scorer to this point in his career. A little loose with his mechanics and shot selection. I think a part of it. I think improving his shooting percentages is an area where...
Seen what Tyson Chandler can accomplish with help, and that is some kind of force.
Yeah, maybe the best stretch of his career was at the start of the decade, a 2011 title with the Mavericks. 2012, he got a gold medal in London and was the defensive player of the year in the league. And in 2013, an all-star. Pretty strong three-season run.
Well, Tyson Chandler has battled injury throughout his career. He had the bulged disc in his neck that hindered him for parts of last season. And I think that was a big reason for the next struggle.
That one is no good.
Look at Chandler, and when he's healthy, he's a terrific rim protector inside. Pretty good finisher around the rim, too, offensively. He's excellent as a screener in pick and rolls. It'll be interesting to see if he can get back to that peak level.
Now here's Jennings. 6 on the shot clock. That's good. Jennings has got 12 points here in the second half.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
And it's Carter penetrating. And that one's good. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
No way you can get back into the game if you continue to
get him off. How could he miss 2 free throws?
I'm not good with my center on free throws.
Well, he's been a good positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Udrih, and he lays it straight in. Udrih has got 24 points.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
There's a screen. Jennings dishes to Uretka. Shoots from the elbow. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Drummond. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Here's Udrih. He's guarded by Jennings. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
And the shot is good. The Mavericks lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Brandon Jennings. Now Udrih. Carter outside. He dishes it to Udrih. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Jennings. And the lead is down inside single digits. Jennings has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts. And the complexion of the game as a result may change.
That drive by Carter.
Damn.
What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. He has 11 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
Yeah, he really is. He's always looking to make the passes. Head up, eyes up, trying to find the open team.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they continue to knock down the long-range three-point shot as well.
And the Pistons making a change here. Meeks is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, they seem to be looking for chances inside a little bit more this half.
And I love that mentality. You talked about it earlier, being the aggressor. It's the right way to play with the lead. Keep attacking.
Now here's Jennings. Meeks passes to Drummond. Goes up on the high post. And again, Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 33.
He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it.
And there's the foul on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set. Good work by the officials. Nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Our timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 8. 144 left to play in the final quarter. And Singer gets to Jennings. 1:36 left here in the fourth quarter. Can't cash in from the high post. Carter drives it. Now the dish to Udrich. Chandler trying to free himself up. And there's Udrich. That's good on the assist by Carter. Udrich has got 8 here in the quarter. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter.
Earn it.
Putting on a show at the free throw line this time. I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
That one is off.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first. Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrants.
And a lot of contact right there. I think the officials are making the correct call here. And this sort of call, of course, always about protecting the players. You can't allow unnecessary contact. And sometimes the players let the emotion get the best of it. When you make a foul like that, it's going to be enforced every time.
You know, see, I don't think many people would disagree with the stance that it's a very important objective to, to make sure everything is done to limit any sort of unnecessary contact.
Checking out the game Beno Udrich is having. He has 29 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this. And so only one team answered the bell tonight. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Dallas.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to win the first one as they'll go up 1-0 in the season series against the Pistons.
Dallas again missing.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that.
Deep two.
No, he's not.
Parsons with the rebound.
I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
We've got 28
Wow, hushed face.
Parsons, right side. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. From outside, off the mark. Detroit's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Jennings can't get it to go. Here's Parsons. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris, this is Kevin Harlan.
Good game.
Our Jordan player of the game, Beno Udrich.
You can't show his highlights? Guess not. But we got another win nonetheless. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. Hit that like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see y'all next time. Deuces!